Hi there. I said I was going to do something at Christmas, but then I got busy and I didn't. So there you go. And it's my birthday. I am 56. 56. I have my hair up in a bun thing because I don't know. I went out for lunch with my mom, and then we went to bought me some new fishes because Finny died last month, which is sad. I had him for, I'm not really sure, it's like 6 or 7 years, I think. I'm not sure, because you never really know how old they are in the pet store. But these are just babies, baby fantails. So right now they're still floating. I've done the stage where you put a little bit of the water from the aquarium in the bag, and leave the bag open. So after this, they should be ready to go in. So they should be happy. Anyway, so not much has happened too much. I haven't been feeling really well. My sleep problem is really bothering me. I'm getting a lot of bouts of insomnia, and in fact I even had some last night. I was really tired. I had napped in the afternoon yesterday. I got up, relatively early. I mean, not as early as I did when I was working, but early, and I still seem to not get to sleep till about 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little bit tired today. You can sort of see it, probably. But I'm forcing myself to stay up because I have to try to get on a schedule. I don't want to turn into somebody nocturnal. It's just, nothing's open at night, like there's, and you miss the sun, especially this time of year. It's a beautiful day today. I did film a little bit of the birds coming, but they haven't really come around too much so far today. But it is a gorgeous day out. It's cold, but I mean it's January, So we did get some snow over the weekend. Not very much, People panic because they say, 15 centimeters, but that's only about 5 inches, something like that. Yeah. Well, yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's not a lot. Anyway. Unlike the Maritimes right now, Newfoundland, they got 70 centimeters or something more. It's just crazy. I've seen some time-lapse photography of the snowstorm, and I mean this guy's car literally got buried. It's crazy. So we don't get that here. Well, we used to, but not anymore. Those climate change deniers really freak me out, especially from around here, because I mean it's cold and there's snow on the ground today. I may notice it more because my birthday's in the end of January, so but I remember times my birthday where we didn't do anything because we were snowed in, literally snowed in. The kids don't get nearly as many snow days as we did when we were kids. Snow would be so bad that you just couldn't leave the house. You couldn't walk out the door. And we don't get snowstorms like that anymore. We haven't had a snowstorm like that since 1977, I think, something like that. And when we do get snowstorms, it's not like in 77 that blizzard lasted 3 or 4 days, and most of the snowstorms that we used to get would last many days in a row, and we would have snow on the ground and it would be consistently cold from probably November, really actually the end of October till beginning of March, and it was consistent. Very rarely did we have a thaw or anything like that in the middle. Once in a blue moon maybe, and it would only last a couple of days, and then we'd go right back to cold again. Now I've noticed our winters are like, if we get a snowstorm, it shakes everybody up because it all dumps in one night, so it throws everybody off, and then it's gone and it's melted away in like 2 or 3 days because it warms right up again. So the frost and thaw is what it is, and that makes my migraines 10 times worse too, because so many weather patterns coming in and the barometric pressure is like up and down and up and down. yeah. Anyway, but you know, they want to deny it. They want to say, oh, well, it was that bad before. Like, you have to be foolish. I mean, I grew up here in this area, and we've noticed it. Like, I mean, I've noticed it for sure, and there's just been a distinct change in weather patterns, like a noticeable change in weather patterns since when I was a kid. You know, you don't see kids building snow forts anymore because we don't get enough snow for that. We just don't. And we used to get piles of snow. We used to get so that we could play out in the snow when we were kids for days and days and days in a row, like day after day after day. We'd build a snow fort, and that thing would last like almost a month. You know, snow doesn't last that long here. We get a couple of feet of snow, and then it's gone. Not even a couple of feet. Like, very rarely do we get more than a foot of snow, even in a blizzard. You know, and it's like I said, it heats up again and it's gone in a couple of days. That's not normal. And our summers are so much hotter now too. Like, it's crazy. I mean, we're in Canada. Yeah, sure, it's southern Ontario, but we never used to get this hot. Like, we would rarely get above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And even when we did, it didn't last that many days. Now we're getting like weeks at a time where it's, with the humidity, it's up above 100. You know, like, or close to it, you know. It's crazy. Like, it's just, I never ever needed an air conditioner until about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I was fine. I just have a fan in the window and I was fine. It was hot, but it wasn't like I could stand it. Now I can't stand it. It's way too hot. You know, and yeah, sure, part of it's aging and health issues, but it's not just that. It's definitely the climate change. Like I said, we never used to get that hot. But, you know, typical Canadian, I'm talking about the weather. It's all we ever do. Anyway, it's getting cold. Anyway. So, my mother's been talking a lot about her will and the way she's arranged it, and I've had a couple of meetings too, and figured out what can be done and that kind of thing. And I'm sure that's affecting my sleep because it's definitely weighs on me. I'm either feeling down about it because I know it's impending. She's 84, her health isn't good, you know. And I'm, you know, there's anxiety involved in that because she's left me responsible for a lot of things. I mean, I don't mind and I don't blame her, I understand. Thankfully, she's decided on a friend of mine, actually, not any of my siblings, but a friend of mine to be the alternate executor, which I think is interesting, and it said a lot. But I'm glad because he's pretty steady, and we're very close, and so he and his wife will definitely be there for me and help me out a lot, understanding things, so that's good. So I feel a little bit better about that, but still, all of this, of course, means that time is ticking, and I mean, it's ticking for me, and it's ticking a lot faster for her. So my mom's not just my mom, she's my friend, you know. We have a lot of fun together, and she's been I mean, it seems strange to say my mom's been an integral part of my life. I guess everybody's mom is, but hers, she and I, we've always been close. Even when I was a kid, I was the closest one to her. So it's a little harder, and I'm getting more sensitive to things, and I've noticed, you know. But that's the way life is, you know, unfortunately. So anyway, trying not to let it get to me and try to be matter of fact about it, because I know that she needs to talk about it, because she needs to know things are going to be okay. It makes her feel better, and that's important. So I've got to be strong for her and be pragmatic, you know. But then I go home and I cry, you know, or eat. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in putting that kind of pressure on yourself, but I really, 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 really need to exercise. I have lost a few pounds, but not enough, and I'm not comfortable. I've never been this heavy. And I know a lot of it was, I know for a fact a lot of it is, well, not working, period, because it was a very active job, but also the depression over losing the job the way I did. And then the anxiety involved in that, and definitely the depression of feeling kind of like a loser, low amount of assistance, I think I've dealt with that for the most part. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, you have to survive. And I've had so many people, thankfully, very thankfully, I'm very blessed to have people around me convincing me that, you spent 35 years paying into this system. Okay, so now you're benefiting from it. It's not like some people that you see who have never worked, been on the system and stayed on the system, Yeah, so I feel a bit better about that. I still wish I could work. I haven't got anything to offer an employer. I don't mean that I'm stupid or, that kind of thing, but I just mean that my system is so unpredictable. I just never know. I could have a good day. Like today's, other than being tired, today's a pretty good day. A day I don't feel too bad. Not great, but not too bad. But then tomorrow I could be in bed all day. It's just the way it works. There's nothing for it. You just, day to day is different. At least there's never a dull moment. But yeah. But I'm still muddling through. A year older today, 56. Never imagined I'd be here at 56. In fact, there are a few doctors that told me I wouldn't be. So, yeah, I'm grateful. Very grateful. I'm grateful for everything I have. I know I complain about, not having money and this, that, and the other thing, but the bottom line is that I am truly grateful for everything that I have, and I think that's the word for this decade, is grateful. I really am blessed, and I hope that all of you can, well, 5 of you, can learn to count your blessings too, and be grateful for what you have, instead of grieving for what you don't. Bop, 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 ba, bop. Okay, that's all, folks.